How do you feel about working with people from different places? What does it bring you?
It's really exciting. I think one of the things that when you do work in academia, it can get very, what's the word when, you're really stuck in one little niche. You only see one group of people, one,
Siloed.
that's the word. Yeah, it gets very siloed. Doing the work this way, I get to see so many different systems and approaches to academia
Mm.
and, different ways of working and of researching. And that's really exciting. And sometimes I'll be talking to my husband about what my students are doing, and he's like, "Yeah, it's fascinating because like you wouldn't learn all of this if you were just working as a professor in a department." And I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
look at this cool thing that's happening in psychology," or "Hey, did you know they're doing this in Australia with like wetlands?" And it's really exciting.
Yeah. Typically, you still end up working with people who are international, right? Because academia
Yeah,
is very international, but there is still a majority of people from the country that you're typically based in,
yeah,
just as a
yeah,
normal thing. So then you get to discover a lot more systems, and obviously you get to discover a lot more types of research, which is also one of the things that I enjoy as a trainer because I base my training in research. So I then go and research topics like psychology, like communication, which I never knew about before in terms of proper research on the topic, you know?
yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is one of the things that I love about the job.
Definitely. And I think as well, the way that research happens in general, it has its foundations in how researchers are trained when they're in their PhD phase or their dissertation phase,
Mm.
and seeing how different some of the foundational principles and values are in those programs, just like tiny differences, like the fact that programs in the US are very, very rigid, very structured, very hand-holdy. Programs in the UK are very hands-off, go away, do it on your own, figure it out. Just little differences like that have ripple effects down the
Yeah.
road to what research looks like.